Maybe someday he'll notice me. Oh, yeah. This is outro me doing stuff, talking about the end of the video, but I'm gonna put this at the beginning of the video probably. Just a heads up. At certain points, there will be bits that may have, like, jumps or time skips, and I'll try to put something in there to explain what happened, but what really happened was, I think at one point either OBS just stopped recording or I forgot to hit record, but I'm pretty sure it just stopped because I know I hit record, and the other one, my computer just straight crashed. Like, blue screen, like, nothing. I had to wait 5 minutes to turn it back on. Stuff like that. So if something's missing, I'm gonna put something in there, but that's what that is. Okay, so Jake just told me that we're having issues with the sand castle. And so I need to come over. He thinks it's dying, and that might be what was happening last night. It wasn't cracking. It was dying, and he said we needed lava, but there's no good access point to the stupid lava pools around here. But I'm on my way now with a bunch of buckets of it, and we'll see how this turns out. Wow, I haven't been over here in a while. It's still the same as always. There's just one less Dan and one less Jake in here. This is the clip where my computer crashed, which is, something I'm gonna deal with at a later date, even though it's several weeks down the line. But I do just want to run down what happened in the area. So the egg was dying, it was cold, but luckily Jake had found me when I was in the middle of mining iron. So I had enough to make buckets, grab a bunch of lava, bring it over here, and warm it up. And it works. It's fine. The egg's fine. It ends up being okay. He calls himself a bad parent, I guess. But this is where we start to entertain the idea that if we can't keep it warm here, we're going to have to move it. But the issue of moving it is that's a really big egg. Someone's gonna see it, so I entertain the idea that I got a pirate ship. I could use that. It doesn't have interior, so it'll fit. Don't look into the fact that it didn't have interior at the time. I can't make things happen on time. We talk out that through. We get a plan in case someone ever finds it. It doesn't get warm enough. All that kind of stuff. We're gonna move it with the ship. All that good fun stuff. Colorfulwitch joins the game. I leave. We pretend nothing ever happened. Because
No.
I'm, like, really sad, and this
the pirate.
is my way to cope.
Shibibe, your
It's my side of the
character is
Minecraft world, and I get to choose the coping mechanism. Sorry, what?
your character's just a pirate. That's why everything's in pirate speak.
Dude, you say my character's literally just a pirate. Your character is literally just a knockoff Batman. But, like, more like an actual bat. So actually blind.
Alright. The fact that I'm blind means I use yeah, you're right, I use echolocation to find myself around, even though I don't find myself around very much. Alright. The fact that I am blind means nothing. Alright? That's just discrimination at that point.
The fact that you randomly found something and adopted it?
Alright. I don't need this from you. No one said anything about 4, but I'm almost positive Ash is determined to break this egg.
Is there enough space below the deck for it, do you think, or do I need to, are we gonna need to
No,
get on the deck?
I think below deck is perfectly fine.
Okay. Because above, I could always cover it with wool and say that there's a big shipment on there.
Yeah, no. I think below deck is gonna be fine.
Alright, now we're rolling up on the next thing I wanted to re-record, and this wasn't my computer crashing, this wasn't anything that was technologically involved, this was just me being an idiot. Is when we put the egg down here, covered the floor in glass, put lava around it, and we started to transport it across the ocean into the ravine base, or into a portal into the nether, into the ravine base, all that fun little stuff. But I just didn't hit record after my computer booted back up. Aren't I smart? This is fun role-playing. Isn't this fun and interactive content? Not just me telling you what already happened. I promise something like this won't happen again. This is hopefully just a one-time thing, but I gotta get this down because this is important. This is what kickstarts a lot of stuff. Hey, where are you at?
Oh my god. Hello. Holy fuck, you scared me.
Good. But yeah, once I get over here, I do want to talk about what happened. There's no rain in Acacia. Sorry. Anyways, how's the building going?
It's going. I'm just building a house right now. I was actually just in the community area because I wanted to get my things back. So, you know, I snuck in even though Jake wasn't even fucking there.
You snuck in. What'd he do?
Oh, right. Yeah, so I told you earlier that Jake threatened me, right?
I did. I found that really hard to believe because he just isn't like that, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I didn't think he was like that either. That's part of why, like, you know, it scared me so much. Um, yeah, so he has an egg in his basement. Or actually, he did.
He
I should preface that. He did. It is no longer there.
Oh no.
I don't know. I have no idea uh where the fuck it went. Because when I was there, I went to go check on it. Because I was gonna like Jake is apparently having an existential crisis. It's fine.
It's
Aw, sadly. Yeah, even though he threatened to kill me. I Okay, so oh fuck, my brain is racing. There's so many thoughts. Big thoughts. So I went to go get the scaffolding, right? Because I was like, oh yeah, I think I found a place that I wanna build stuff now. Went and got that scaffolding. When I went into his house, I noticed that like he didn't have as many like chests and stuff in his house that he used to have. So I was like,
where'd it go?
I was like, where'd they go? And he was like, oh, I moved them. And then I saw a hole in his floor. And I was like, oh, you have a basement. And so I started going down. And then he started yelling at me and was like, no, don't go down there. Don't go down there. And then I saw an egg. Some weird egg. It was surrounded by like lava and stuff. He just kept telling me that I needed to leave. I shouldn't be there. I needed to leave. And I asked him like what it was, what was going on, whatnot. He started to threaten me. He then proceeded to get full netherite armor out of his ender chest and a netherite sword, and look at me and tell me that I needed to leave.
Oh.
And then since he threatened me, I tried to see about if I could destroy the egg. Which you can't hurt it. Because I got at least a piece of it. And then he started hitting me. Because of course I looked at him when he put on his like netherite and stuff. I was like, oh no, you're a pacifist. You wouldn't hurt me. And so I tried.
Hi.
I just saw you out of the corner of my eye fall, and that was really funny.
It's fine.
Yeah, and then I of course ran, and then he messaged me and he was like, "Hey, don't come back. You better not come back, and don't ever touch the egg again." And then just a little bit ago, when I went to go grab my stuff, I went to go check on the egg to see what was happening, and it was no longer there.
So it's not. Okay, that's a lot to take in. Hold on.
How do you think I feel? How do you think I feel? I just got attacked by the pacifist on the server.
So,
Like-
what happened is you discovered the egg, he saw it, and immediately ran off with it?
Apparently, yeah. Yeah. Apparently he was like, "Oh no. Someone knows." And they tried to hurt it. And then was like, "Okay, well, peace out." So that's cool.
Have you told Echo yet?
Yes, I did, because that's how I was able to sneak in, is that Echo came and checked on me, and gave me invisibility potions so that I could sneak in. And that's how I was able to go check on the egg in Jake's house also, was because invis potions. So
Yeah, see, what it looked like to me was, you immediately start screaming at me in a message. But I'm in my bunker, I guess. It's the only word I
Yeah.
have for it until I open it up a little bit more. And I'm like
Yeah,
thinking I
I-
need to come back. I need to help you out with whatever, but by the time I came back, it was kind of all said and done.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. I don't know what I need to do. I think that the egg is a danger because I don't know what the fuck that is, and I think it could potentially harm us, especially since it was right underneath the like community area. Like
It
that
was like right below his
that
house.
yeah, it was right
Yeah.
below his house. So like it could have been a major issue.
I just had a gigantic chunk error, and it scared the crap out of me. I mean, first things first is probably find Jake, right?
I mean, we know he went back to his house because he could see the creeper holes that were in front of his house.
So is he still there, do we know?
I have no idea. I don't know if we should confront him because the thing is that like he has full netherite armor and I don't. I only have diamond. And even at that, I guarantee you that he has max enchantments.
Do you
And
have the
I don't.
Do you have the netherite I gave you?
Yes.
Used it on tools?
I still have it. I want to try to max out my stuff before I put it on anything.
What's Echo's stance on all this?
I don't know. He gave me stuff to help me. He said that he was gonna go talk to Jake. I don't know if they did talk. I don't know. He didn't follow up with me on that. I'm also just vibing out here, but I do know that at some point we need to do something about the egg.
Right.
Because it's scary and it's an issue.
I may go back to the community and look around his house. See if I can't find anything. Snoop around a little bit.
I also think I'm already going I think I'm already going insane because do you see that chicken that's over there?
Yeah.
And he is now my best friend.
So on my list of things to do, come visit you often enough is on one of them.
Also, look at his name.
Oh, he has a name?
I just named him.
Soup is now my new best friend.
I'm not salty at all.
We really can't do anything about the egg until we find the egg. And it really can't be that far from the community because he had to push it with pistons.
Wait. How do you know that?
Because the other day he was complaining about pushing a gigantic thing with pistons, and I was like, what are you pushing, dude? And he was like, a sandcastle, and I was like, a sandcastle?
Oh.
And I just didn't think anything of it until recently. Because, like, I had no idea what he was talking about. I'm like, there's no way he's actually pushing his sandcastle. But I didn't want to push any farther because I had my own stuff to do. Alright, so there's a lot to unpack with what had just happened today. So the egg was dying. We get some lava, we warm up the egg, we basically fix the egg. And so it's all good stuff from there. I start building stuff. Ashton's working on building stuff, all that fun things. So Ashton goes to Jake's house to borrow some scaffolding. And... okay. I'm coming in here to check out basically the aftermath of everything. So Ashton goes to borrow some scaffolding and notices that Jake didn't cover his hole into his secret base. And was like, oh, you have a basement. I can go down here to go check it out. Jake doesn't like that, obviously, because there was an egg down there. So you go down here. So the egg's no longer here. We packed it up and moved it out. So what Jake does is he comes after Ashton with full netherite, revealing the fact that he has full netherite, and then starts to attack Ashton, try and drive him out, try and drive him away from the egg. Ashton gets a good hit on the egg because they were like, oh, let's destroy it. It's a big egg. It could have something threatening in it. Jake doesn't want to destroy it, obviously, because it's got... and it's weird. We'll talk about that a bit later. So Ashton's technically exiled, but Jake was like, no, you can't fire me, I quit, and is also gone. Ashton's exiled, Jake comes up to me and says, we need to move the egg, now. And I'm like, well, good news, sir, I have just the thing. I have a ship. And so, I really hope this clip didn't get deleted, but we basically, cover the bottom in glass, put the egg in here, put some lava around the egg to keep it alive, and we go over to my mushroom island. Just the mushroom island, not the secret base yet. So Ashton and Echo know. They know about the egg. They know that it's not there anymore. They don't know where Jake is. They don't know about mine and Jake's involvement with each other right now. Ashton doesn't know, as far as I know, about our involvement, but they could suspect, so I'm gonna try and see if I can't shift some suspicion off. I know where he found the egg, and I know how to make it seem like I just stumbled across the place where they found the egg, and if I could get that revealed, maybe that'll show that I'm kinda on their side. I'll think about it. So we moved the egg, we got it moved into the nether. That's kinda where Jake's gonna pick things up from here, as he's gonna take care of it there. My goal is to make sure that he doesn't get found out. He is right now in the ravine town. I still don't have a solid name for that, but he is in the ravine town. There's a portal to it, to the nether, to his place. But I know they're going to go after the egg. I managed to deflect some suspicion by saying that it should be around the community because he would have to move it with pistons. Almost gave myself away, but I just said he was complaining about moving a sandcastle, and we now know that the sandcastle is a euphemism for the egg. This is a very long and convoluted thing. I'm gonna see if I can explain it a bit better earlier on. Oh yeah, I put gray carpet on the soul sand. I just thought it looked neat. Oh yeah, and this is the portal. It goes to roughly the area around the house. I don't know if I'm going to show it because it's just a portal. It's fine. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna renovate the rest of that room. I'm gonna get all of these rooms set up. Oh, that lava's still there. I'm going to get, at the very least, the garden set up, and if I could get that forge that I was working on down here before the entire server went to hell, that would be fantastic. And the interior of the pirate ship, I can't believe I haven't been able to get that done because of how much that's happened. I had to, finish up the exterior in like 20 minutes because they were coming after the egg and we needed to transport it. But it was, hectic. This is kind of after all this has happened. I need to go do another outro. All the tens have been found, by the way, which I thought was interesting. Like, they're just random tents out in the wild, but it's just insane to me that they were already found. It's not like a bad thing or anything, it's just neat. Okay, so what I need to do now is head back to the ship to log down what happened in day 2. But one thing I did want to note is Jake's behavior. 1, he's blind in the overworld. He cannot navigate in the overworld. Which is why I was there. He was able to get here so smoothly because I'm good with directions. But that means he really shouldn't necessarily be threatening to anyone, especially because he's a pacifist. He doesn't kill anything. Except he threatened Ashton, almost killed him, and drove him out of town. And it doesn't seem, he's never been like this. He's never been that violent. I don't know if he's getting into some, like, paternal instinct with the egg, or if the egg is like changing the way he behaves somehow, but they are definitely going to catch on his change of behavior, and it is not going to be ending well. Another thing I want to bring up is the fact that Ashton brought up that the egg was dangerous and it's under the community, so if it were to be something that was destructive, all of our stuff would go because it's the community. So we moved out of the community, so kind of out of that area of danger. God, that's rude. Now it's next to my house. And I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how comfortable I feel with having this potential threat next to my house. Alright, there's my book. Pause so I don't talk over your reading, but I've decided that I'm going to have that there, and if anyone sees it, it's going to hopefully also help get suspicion off. Also, I finally put a wheel in. You guys proud of me? Because I'm going to make it seem like Jake only told me about his bunker. He did not tell me about the egg. And that's what I'm going to hope they think from that. I hope that's what they take from that. Oh, right. I guess it's that time again. I'm going to try and keep it a bit shorter this time, even though the episode is longer and it's got no building. I'm kind of sad I didn't do any building, but it's getting done. I'm getting some of it done in the background a little bit, piece by piece. But as the building goes, so too does the things happening on here. So I hope you have a nice evening. And I'll be back with more in about 3 to 5 business months.